Hello YouTubers, subscribers, and friends. Welcome to my channel. Look at this cat. This cat was in my yard making my dogs go nuts. That's my dog Jerry barking. I've had this bat for years and never ever used it for anything. But last night, I had to use it for the very first time. Let me tell you what happened. Not only do I got a crazy neighbor lives next door, I got new neighbors over here. Now they've been here what, 3 days? I met the mother once, and they got crazy dogs, man. Two mean pit bulls, and they came into my yard last night. Right over there, I gotta go look at the fence. I chased them off last night. Yesterday afternoon, my wife was walking my dog Jerry, and she always does over here. Walks around over there. And the pit bulls were out of the yard, and they started running and charged. They were trying to get under the gate over here, and my wife was here. My wife didn't know that they had pit bulls. They tried to get under the gate right over there. They were digging and everything, trying to get under. One was halfway under this part right here, and my wife just picked up my dog Jerry, and she just took off running and coming into our house. And then she told me about it. I'm like, what? Really? So I came out with that bat, and they were over here in my yard, in my driveway, and I ran after them, and they ran around over there. But the minute I turned around and walked away, they started charging towards me. So I turned around and I just started beating the hell out of the ground with the bat. So later on that night, my dogs were going crazy, man. The reason we got this basketball thing here and this thing in front of there, because we used to, if you watch me on a daily basis, I had a dog named Beggar that used to hang out in my yard and chew everything up. He used to come over here and try to fight with my dogs in between the gate, so I put this blockage there to keep him out. I don't know where he's been. I haven't seen him. But I came out last night. I brought this bat with me. I have it by my front door now. And I got this light right here that shines up this whole area. I came out and those two pit bulls, one's black and one's brown, were trying to fight with my dogs through the gate. And Jerry, he was in the house. So when I came out of here, one went that way and one came towards me, and I just freaking, I was right here. He started to come towards me like he was going to attack me and bark me. So I just smacked my trash can like that really hard, and he freaking freaked out and ran, went that way. And I went this way with my flashlight. This is at 10:30 at night. He was running this way, and I went this way after him. And I kept hitting the ground like this, smacking the ground. And he ran right to this fence over here. The other one was kind of stuck trying to get under it. And when he came charging up behind her, he ran into the other dog and pushed the other dog right underneath it. And that fence was bent up last night. It looks like somebody bent it down. But yeah, I'm not gonna have this crazy pit bull dogs come into my yard. There they are right over there. They're in the backyard there right now. That's one of them. I'm not gonna have it where it's not safe to walk around my own backyard. That ain't gonna go down with me. Not at all. Let's go take a look at this fence. I gotta figure out some way to block this fence off. I don't know whose fence this is. I don't know if the people who owned this property before I did put this fence up, because this is the same fence that goes all the way down to the end around there. So, but these people that live here now, these new neighbors, they don't own this house. They're just renting it. And because I walk my dog Josie, I take her for walks. I walk around my property all the time. I come out here all the time and I walk on my property. I'm carrying his bat with me now because the dog's already tried to charge me one time, and I ain't gonna put up with it. The guy came home last night about 11:30 at night, and my dogs were going nuts. They were barking, and I came out and he was opening the gate, and he got out of his car because I kept flashing the light on him on the driver's side. He got out and he goes, "Can I help you?" And his dogs were running around in the yard there, and he was like, "Hold on a minute, let me get my dogs." I said, "Yeah, that's what I want to talk to you about, your dogs. Your dogs chased after my wife when she was walking her dog, and then they were trying to fight my dogs And over here, he's like, well, how'd they get in your yard? I said, well, the first time they ran around the driveway and came in over there. The second time they came in that fence right over there. And he's like, well, I don't know how they got out because I keep them in the backyard. And I said, well, listen, I understand you didn't know your dogs were out, but I'm not going to have you letting your dogs come into my yard and, you know, putting my family in jeopardy. I mean, they're beautiful dogs and everything, but I'll give you a piece of warning. This guy back here that lives back there, he will shoot your dogs. He will just straight out just shoot the dog, both of them. Because I had that dog Beggar coming into my yard, and Beggar would go in the back. Oh, sprinkling, I'm getting hit with some sprinkles. Beggar would go in the back and fight with his dog back there. And he came up to my house and knocked on my door and said, you better come get your dog or I'm going to shoot it. I'll put a bullet in its head. And that's the only time I ever talked to this guy back here. All the 8 years that I've lived here, that's the only time I've ever talked to this guy. So, and I told him, well, go ahead, shoot the dog, because it's not my dog, because that dog is chewing up everything in my yard, and I can't catch him. So if you want to put a bullet in his head, put a bullet in his head, because I really don't care. Yeah, so I just tried to give him a bit of warning. I said, I had this bat in my hand last night, so I told him I'm walking around in my yard with the bat now, because, you know, I'm not saying your pit bulls are dangerous. I'm just saying pit bulls come with a really bad freaking, you know, they got a bad rap. They're bad dogs. So I don't know anything about your dogs. They're beautiful dogs. I love dogs. I got 3 dogs of my own. So, you know, I just letting you know, if your dogs get out again and they make it down to that guy's house, you might come home to 2 dead dogs. So just a bit of warning. You know, it's not a threat or anything. I'm just telling you, you know, because you're a new neighbor. You don't know these neighbors around here. This guy back here, if you love your dogs, keep your dogs inside. If they come over here, and I told them, I said, if they come over to my yard one more time, I don't own a gun or anything, but if they come over to my yard and it's either them or my dogs, I won't hesitate to use these to get rid of your dogs, to keep them from hurting my dogs. He said, all right, man, thanks for the heads up. I said, all right, man. I hate to meet you like this on this kind of terms, but, you know, you scared the hell out of my wife, your dogs, and she is so paranoid to come outside now because of these dogs. You know, another thing, I don't know what happened. Somebody came into my yard. We went to town, and I was filming in my yard, and somebody dumped a huge pile of popcorn, cookies, and bird seed all right here. And I'll show you a little clip. I filmed it right here. Just got home. Somebody came in my yard and dumped all this crap in my yard. Right here. It's dog food, cookies, popcorn. This wasn't here this morning because I was out walking around here in my yard like I do every morning. Yeah, I mean, it's dog food. This is not even the kind of dog food we feed our dog. I don't know where it came from. It's like bird seed, all kinds of stuff. That stuff wasn't there when I left for town. When I came back, it was here. And so now my wife is like, all right, we need to go out and get some security cameras because I don't know. I don't know who dumped that crap there. Oh, and dog food. There was dog food there also. And there's his dogs back there. He lets his dogs run loose. That dog right there, name is Valentine, and that's a mean dog, man. That dog has chased my son several times. That's why my son don't like to come out in the yard, because that dog has been in my yard, and I've shot that dog with a BB gun. I do have a BB gun to get that dog out of my yard. And I love animals. I love animals, but I won't put up with other people's vicious animals. And that dog right there, that's a mean dog too, man. Mean owner, mean dog. My dogs aren't mean. They'll bark at anybody who comes into the yard, because that's what dogs do, but they won't attack it unless you get in that backyard. Josie, oh my God, she will. If you go in the backyard without me or my wife, Josie will come after you, and she won't bark, she won't growl, and she'll just come straight at you. So that's what's going on now. Now we got crazy mad dogs, pit bulls, living next to us that can get out of that backyard, come under my fence, and now I gotta walk around my yard with the bat because I'm not scared of them. I'm just, you know, there's 2 of them. I'm not gonna take on 2 with my bare hands. I have to even the odds somehow. And now that I know they're scared to death of this bat, I just smack it on the ground and they turn tail and run. Pit bulls. I don't know what's worse, crazy Mrs. Kravitz or crazy pit bulls. These dogs, man, they just come in my yard. I don't care. I live out here in the country. I mind my own business. I don't give a damn what Mrs. Kravitz does on her property. I don't give a damn what this guy in the back who's a major asshole does. Don't care. Don't even care what this old man does in his yard. I don't care if he puts 900 cars in his yard. Doesn't bother me. It's one thing I care about is when you come onto my property or onto my land and start effing with me or any of my family, then I have an issue. Because me and my family, we mind our own business. I'm not going to Mrs. Kravitz's yard. I'm not going to old man's junk over there. And I'm definitely not letting my dogs loose and run over in somebody's neighborhood over there in their yard over there. And I don't start fights or arguments, but I sure the hell ain't going to walk away from one. And I'm not going to let these people next door think that they could just let their pit bulls, which are already proven to be extremely aggressive, you know. I know my little dog Jerry here is little, and the first thing that when they see, they just want to run and attack and rip it like a little stuffed animal. But yeah, right, Jerry? Jerry wasn't scared. Jerry was barking when my wife was holding him. She was barking at the dogs as my wife was running. I asked my wife, what would you have done if they would have caught you? Because there ain't no way you're going to outrun freaking dogs. I don't care, pit bulls, Rottweilers, German Shepherd. You're not going to outrun a dog, especially when they got that lust for attack on their minds. You know, they would have tore you up along with Jerry if they would have caught you, especially running around in freaking sandals, flip-flops. And she's like, well, they couldn't get under the gate. I was able to get away. And I was just like, that would have been a terrible, terrible thing to hear screaming and yelling because somebody can't keep their damn dogs. Look at me, I built a wall for a reason, to keep things out and to keep my dogs in. And the guy was telling me, well, I can't believe that they got through the chicken wire because he has the backyard is fenced in with wood, but where there's supposed to be a gate or a door, there's no gate or a door. Look, it's open. I'll zoom in on it. He put chicken wire. Well, it's not going to zoom in on it. Right there, he put chicken wire in it, and they dug underneath it and got out. And he still hasn't blocked it off. So, after 3 days of living here, my newest neighbors, my first encounter is because of their dogs trying to kill my dogs. And I just ain't going to play with that. You know, I got my weapon right here, and I'm not afraid to use it. Well, there you have it. That's what's going on with me and my neighbors. Try to get along with your neighbors. Unfortunately, they're new. Well, no, I shouldn't say unfortunately. I should say, fortunately, they only rent. Here's the story, though, because I met the owner who owns that. Because when I was doing this bonfire right here, he was having a talk with me, and he was telling me the story of Mrs. Kravitz over there because he's on the water. He's the president of the water board or something for the water company here in this town. And he was telling me that they've had problems with her for years and they couldn't do anything about it. And he told me that he had rented that out to a mother and 2 teenage girls. And I have yet to see a mother and 2 teenage girls there. I've just seen 4 hoodlum teenagers who've been pretty, rowdy hooligans since they've lived here. I mean, blasting music, freaking peeling out from the end to the gate back and forth, just causing huge dust devils. But look at him, he's whining like. All right, well that's it. I'm gonna end it there. Jerry. Thanks for taking time to watch my videos. Like always, hit that subscribe button. It don't cost anything. It's free. And I'm gone. Get going.